In the last video, I showed you how to create the end panel for the chest project. One thing that I didn't mention was we haven't locked this down to the origin. So I just turned the origin on here and you can see the project floats around that space. This is different to moving the whole view. What we want to do is lock that to the origin point. So I'm going to use the join feature and I'm going to click that corner there and try and get the corresponding corner here. That's going to be difficult, so we'll try again. So from the bottom this time, from the bottom, that brings that piece across, and then click OK, and that locks that in position. I won't be able to drag it now. I'm going to turn the origin off, and then we can make a start on the next component. So this component is going to be the long panel for the front and the back. We're going to right click on this top component of our browser and go down to New Component. We'll call this long panel and press enter. So we're going to turn the origin back on. We need to see it for this component. And I want to select this one here. So we're going to go sketch and make sure you're selecting this plane rather than the face of this component. So plane. And then we'll draw the rail in position from the origin up. This is going to be 19 millimeters by 42. And this time I'm going to draw the rebate directly on here. So remembering not to get that triangle in the middle, just free draw it from the top black line downwards. Use your dimension tool or D on your keyboard. This is going to be 9 millimeters down, and then from the blue line to the black line it's going to be 8 millimeters over, and this one should be 8 as well, and the remainder should be 3. So this is going to be a driven dimension. In brackets there shows me that this measurement is determined by the 2 up the top here. So everything's black in this sketch, which means that it's fully constrained. We're going to finish the sketch. I'm going to press E for extrude or select extrude. And click the profile. This is going to be 350 millimeters. And you'll see that if I click and drag this, it will come away from the other piece. So we've created this extra component. If I put the origin on here, you can see those points, if they come together, that will be in the context of where I drew it. And if I pull it apart, it's got its own origin for this component, so we'll have to assemble this later. Now I've realized I have made this component, so turn that origin off, in one separate piece. It's not a sub-assembly. You can see the difference. There's a single box there where there's 2 there. So what I'm going to do is come up to the tool chest first, or top component on our list. I'm going to go new component again, and I'm going to call this one long panel. It'll put a number after it, so it says 1 here. I'm going to drag this one down into this one and go capture position, and I'm going to call this one long rail instead of panel. And press enter to OK it. I'm just going to clean up this here just by getting rid of that 1 in the brackets. It should stay to 1 because it's the first time that component's been used. And we've got the long rail, so we can right click this one and go copy, and then we can right click and go paste and drag it upwards a little bit. Rotate it with that handle around to 180 degrees and press enter. I'm going to look at the left hand side and just drag that up a little bit. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate one of the rails that we already have here. So I am going to find that rail. So by clicking it, you can see that it's highlighted here. Right click, copy, and then bring it down to this sub-assembly, the long panel, because we want it in here now. So right click, and this time I'm going to do a paste new. It's important to do paste new at this point. If you do just a paste, it will change all of them as we edit this piece. So paste new, and we can drag this one over and get the handle right. And we can also rotate it so it faces towards the right direction. So that's floating out at a pretty random spot now. I'll bring it a bit closer. I need to do this from a few different views to get it sitting about where we want it. I want to add an extra piece to this component. So when we put this woodwork project together, we need a rebate on the end of this piece. We actually don't use the 42 by 19, we use 70 by 19. But to simulate that for the purpose of Fusion 360, I'm going to select this surface and create. Before I do that, let's go back one step. I'm going to come down and I'm going to make sure that this component is active. So I'll click that one. Everything else has gone kind of see-through. And this one here is the solid color. I'm going to click this surface, back to what I was doing, click sketch, capture position. I'm going to use the rectangle tool. I'm going to dock it up in one of the corners or down in the bottom corner. This is on the outside of the panel. This time I want to snap it to the center of the top. So wait for that little triangle. Our line works are already completely black on that sketch, which means it's fully constrained. Now we're going to finish the sketch. We are going to extrude and click that surface that we just drew. We're going to bring that out 19 millimeters. And that's the modification to our side rail. We're going to call this rail, let's call it side rail. And then we're going to do a copy of that. And up to the long panel assembly, we're going to do a paste. This time it's just a single paste because we want a duplicate of it. We're going to use this handle here to rotate our new piece. Rotate it 180 degrees and then slide it across to the other side. So I've got all the components that I need. I'm going to activate my long panel. I might just nest in this end panel too, just so we can only see the component we're working on. I'm using the join feature. I'll zoom in and join that surface to that surface. Use the flip tool to flip them around. Click OK and go again on the bottom. You only need to do 3 because the fourth one automatically will line up if we got the first 3 right. I'm going to hide this origin here. And lastly, we need to add the plywood to this. So if I right click and go new component, I'm going to call it plywood long. Now I'm going to use my measure tool to measure between the two inside surfaces. So we've got 96, the same as the other one, and the length is 350. I'm going to create, just making sure that I'm active on my plywood long. I'm going to create a new sketch back on this origin here. Capture position. Just ignore the other clear components at this stage. Try not to click them. So we're just modeling this kind of in line at the back here. So this one's going to be 350 plus, I have to think about that, 18. And this one here is going to be 96 plus 18. finish sketch, extrude, and 3mm. So that panel will free float. We need to use the join feature now. Zoom right in and click the center of the top. And it doesn't matter if you do the top row or the bottom, it will flip over if we do the bottom row. Make sure I can see the center. That brings the two together. And if I activate that long panel and then back into the plywood, you can see where the plywood sits nicely in the grooves. We would make this panel a little bit smaller when we're in Woodwork, so we make sure there's no interference when we put the panel together. Just lastly, I'm going to activate that panel and just check that it's all good. We will turn the joints off so they're not looking messy. We can join this panel too, so I'm going to use the join. I'm going to come in and join the center of this surface here with the center of this surface here. Should bring it together. Click OK, and we've got half the box. Now we've got the two panels we require. We can copy both of them. So by holding Control down and selecting both, we can right click and go copy. Then up to the top we can right click and go paste. I'm going to move this over a little bit just so we can see what's happening. I'm going to use the handle here to rotate it 180 degrees. Click OK. Sometimes it glitches a little bit like this, but once you move the panel it should snap back together. We're going to use the join tool. Same positions, so the center of that surface to the center of this surface. Click OK. And the next one, center of that surface, center of this one. And OK, that should snap it all together. And do a save. You can view it in the perspective mode just to see what it looks like a little bit neater. I can just check where these joins are. So that's this one here. I'm going to make it hidden so that should look nice and neat. I'll change it back to orthographic just for our modeling purposes for the next step. So that's the main carcass of our chest project complete. The next thing we'll do is the base and the top edging.